Hello, and once again, welcome to my stream recording. Not really streaming, I'm recording it since my upload speed is fucking terrible. But anyway, welcome to listening to me and watching a game with me as well, while I commentate and see if I say anything super interesting. And to the bottom left, we have a Terror player, Lethologica. Any specific reference? Oh, we're gonna find out. I was just wondering this. Shosty is asking the important questions here. It's just a noun. Lethologica is a noun. Cool. Shosty. Lethologica. I'm gonna have to look that up later. Never heard of that word. Alright. And to the top right, we have our Zerg player from team IpR, or is it LPR? This is not capital, so I'm assuming IpR, Shosty. Shostakovich. Man, these guys are way too smart for me. I don't know what they're talking about. Yay, points! Cookie for you, Shosty. I would like their panda there. Ah, that's pretty neat. That's cool, I like it. Alright, back to the game. To the top right, we have a matchup today. It's the TvZ here. Not quite the music person, not to remember he was a composer. Oh boy. It's a data girl who's a big Shosty fan, that's all. Like she built a bronze bust of holy shit. Calm down there, bro. And alright, so a very interesting what we're seeing here from the Terran player. He's electing to not wall off against a Zerg player. This can be very dangerous. If Shosty sees this, that there is no wall off, he can absolutely cheese. I don't think this would even be a cheese. This would be just a great move to get his speedlings going. He's got a spawning pool. He's getting his gas going right away so he can get that speed as fast as you can. And he is expanding. He really needs to see what Lethologica is. A big hole in his defense right here. Huge hole. Let's see if he tries to fill it with maybe a command center or maybe another barracks or something. Oh, well, we'll see how that plans out. He looks like he's got that gas. He's getting that Reaper as well from that early gas. And extra Marine from that. It looks like he just wants to scout with this Reaper, not going for a double Reaper approach to see if he can do more damage, just to be annoying more than anything else. Speed is on the way for our Zerg player, along with our two queens, one for each hatchery here. He's going to go in and see what he can pick up here. He has been spotted by the Zerg player here. Sees what he can do. Queen is not quite out yet. He doesn't have any Zerglings as well, and nothing in production for that. Just he's wanting to wait for the Queen. And hasn't lost a drone yet. He loses the one drone that tried attacking. Loses the second drone. Third drone. Oh, and the Queen does pop out just to top up. He's losing those three drones. They're actually pretty big for early Zerg player, especially the ones that are actually on gas. So it loses really any tech. Reaper barely manages to get out of there with 2 health. But since he's going to probably be left alone, he's going to regain all of his health here in just a moment. And unfortunately for a Zerg player, he never did get to scout what he has here. So he has no idea that there was a big opening for him right here. He does pop out 10 Zerglings. Speed is not quite finished until now. Oh, I love the way those things look. Looks like they can fly. If you've ever played the campaign where they actually jump up walls, kind of like what the Reaper does, it's awesome. I wish they could do it right here. Small low force, he's going to see if he can do a little damage. Takes out a SUV, and this could be enough, certainly a nice little surround here to take out the majority of this force. He does sneak in. He lowers it just for his own forces, but the Zerglings get in here, see if he can do a few damage to his economy. That is not quite enough to do damage, as they do just as almost as much damage as SUVs put out. So what he sees 3 barracks right here and a small wall off. So if he can make some banelings, gets a baneling bust right here, this could be huge for the Zerg player. And it looks like both players are hanging back a little bit. Zerg hasn't really committed to any kind of military force. Well, it looks like our Terran player is going straight Marines. He's making Tech Lab and he has 2 reactors, so looks like he's going to get some upgrades. Combat Shield and Stim, and just make Pure Marine. And as we've seen before, Pure Marine can win. I've seen it done against a Zerg player in one of my casts, so what you really need is Medivacs and a lot of upgrades. I'm not sure if he's going to go upgrades. He's making a factory right here. Perhaps these tanks are Hellions out of it. Not a lot of gas income for him. He's got only 2 from his main. He needs to get some more from his natural in order to actually effectively use his factory here. So with that, I'm assuming he's going to go Hellions with that. While our Zerg player on the other side is just going for his 3rd base here, which is a nice move. If you have the rule of thumb for the Zerg is to stay 1 base ahead of the Terran player. So good on you, bro. It looks like Shosty is going to go upgrade heavy. He has Banelings right here. Spire? No, Spore Crawler. Looks like he's just going to go straight economy. He's gotten 10 drones out right here. And a few more over here just to go to his 3rd. So he's got his economy, like, booming pretty soon. But he needs to be really careful. He has 3 Queens compared to 20 Marines and 3 Marauders and a Reaper that our Terran player has. And unfortunately for our Terran player, he hasn't scouted at all about that. If he knew, if he had just a few Marines scouting around, just a few SUVs just to see what's going on, maybe a Viking or a Banshee, he would find out that for about the past 5 minutes since that Zergling, that Speedling rush right there, Shosty hasn't made anything. Right now he's making Hydralisk and Roaches right here, so and plus 1/1, so it looks like he's going to go more Roach Hydra heavy rather than going for the Speedlings and Banelings there. So this is a pretty confusing game. Looks like both players are electing to stay conservative in this. No one's really committing to any kind of force. I mean, Terran player is definitely going bio. 1 or 2 Widow Mines right here. Not really. Yeah, he's just going Widow Mines here. He really needs to get those Medivacs in order to make everything more effective. So it looks like as soon as he remembers, yep, he's getting a reactor for it, so he's going to go straight Medivacs for that. Has decided to go for his 3rd. Pretty good move for how conservative the Zerg is going, so he doesn't really have to worry about that. But he really needs to do a little bit of scouting. He needs to know what's going on. Clear maybe out some creep. He needs to keep some forces on the field. He needs a couple guys at the Lethologica tower. He needs to know what's going on, but he has no vision whatsoever. So for all he knows, he could have 100 Banelings waiting to just go crush through his army. But fortunately for our Terran player, Shosty has only made 5 Hydralisks. But he does have one hell of an economy. And I don't know what he's spending. I think he's spending a lot of upgrades. Spending, yeah. Not enough on the force, though. You kind of need to balance that out. Actually, as I was just saying, not enough scouting for a Terran player. Not enough scouting for our Zerg player. He does have a nice Zerg creep going, which is fantastic. Just to get that vision, he's going to go for his 4th base over here. And he doesn't have anyone in the Lethologica tower, but he does have Overlords spotted throughout the middle of the map. So if you can see anybody that's really coming in, maybe move another guy right over here to see if there's another drop coming at all, or maybe over here as well. But he does have good vision on at least his half of the map. He has made a lot of Hydralisks and Roaches. He's decided to move in with them. He's going to take out this little wall off that he has here, but the Bioforce that's coming in, stims into it. He's going to take out a few of these Roaches. Not a good surround from really either player here. The Hydralisks are a little bit too slow. He's going to stim into and destroy the entire force that Zerg has, but unfortunately for our Terran player, Lethologica, he's a little bit overstimmed here. And if he's not careful, few banelings could just take out this force easily. And it looks like he's coming in with some more roaches and hydras. He's got a hell of an economy going on for him, so he has enough reinforcements to take out what little force he has here. Since they are a little bit overstimmed, the Terran player is in some deep shit for that. And it is still 1-1-1-1 for each side for our Bio-Terran and our Roach Hydra Zerg. But it looks like 2-2 is just about to be complete for a Zerg player in about maybe 20 more seconds here. While 2-2 has another maybe minute until that's completed for a Terran player. So there is a nice little window for him to actually do a lot of damage with his 2-2 force right here. Let's see if he goes in once it's complete. Making 7 more drones. Makes a lot of Zerglings. Looks like he's going to try and do a run-by and see if there's a 4th base over here. And finds out there's not going to be any 4th base. Wonder if he's going to try and just go right through this wall or make banelings out of him. Good move would probably be banelings, but not sure here. Terran player is being pretty aggressive with his base right here. Going for the gold, but not really protecting it. It does take out the rock, so it's going to be a nice move for him to actually protect both sides of his base without actually having to go around here. So it looks like it has stagnated a little bit. That creep spread from Shosty is just amazing. He's going to have vision on just about half of his map here. If he gets a little bit more over here, it'd pretty much be set. He has SCV right here just to check to make sure that there's no expansion up here, but it doesn't really matter since he's expanded more this direction. So it's going to be 4 base on 4 base right now. And Lethologica saw that there was a little bit of scream. Looks like they're going to go against it, though. Widowmines have burrowed, and Shosty gets away just in time before he does a lot of damage from his force. He does go back. He doesn't quite get the surround. Not that it really gets the surround, but the medevacs are healing a lot of their units. So they're doing a lot of damage to Shosty here. And those Hydras has that DPS, though. He does have that 2-2 upgrade. And actually pulls out ahead just barely with maybe like 10 Hydralists right here. Takes out all of the medevacs that Lethologica had left over. And the Marines doing a lot of damage while that battle was going on. It takes out the wall over here and going towards his 3rd. And to see, he can do a lot of damage from here, especially with his +2 armor upgrade. But the Widowmines do get down. This can do a lot of damage to those Zerglings, taking out a bunch from over there. 3-3 on the way for a Terran player. 3-3 is not on the way for a Zerg player, which he really needs to. If the Terran player survives this and has that 3-3, he would have a large advantage of this. But it looks like he just doesn't have enough to take us out. He needs to not go in little by little. Like these 3 Marines against all these roaches aren't going to work. If you're just going to stream in little unit by little unit, you need to clump up all of your units. Well, not if they have banelings, but you're just going in single file. They're just being crushed. Widowmines are being taken out for free. Planetary Fortress has completed and doing a lot of damage, taking out 3 of those Zerglings here. Widowmine does go down. He needs to borrow that one, but that's gone as well. Roaches are being launched through the air. 3rd base is still under attack by these Roach Hydra Force right here. Widowmine's going to do a little bit more damage as soon as that rebuilds here. Oh, both Widowmines do a lot of damage to it. And Orbital Command is being repaired by all these SCVs that barely survives. A lot of Widowmines being burrowed here. Does a little bit more damage, but he moves just in time to avoid all that damage. A lot of Zerglings and Roaches are in production here, are on the way to do a lot more damage here. And the Widowmine's in a nice little spot here. They're going towards the natural now. Or Widowmine's going to destroy all of these Zerglings. Maybe not all, he takes out half of them. Takes out all the Zerglings. Nice money shot. 17 kills out of this last little Widowmine here. Wow, not bad. Nice hold. So far, a nice hold. Overseers are out on the field now to take care of these really annoying Widowmines. And they're going straight for this Planetary Fortress right here. The little force is what he has, is going to try and back up the Planetary Fortress. He needs to start repairing it right away. He starts repairing it, but the DPS might be just a little bit too much and just destroys it. Bioforce is doing as much damage as he can along with that Planetary Fortress that's going on. And it looks like the Bio-Terran has pulled out in front of here. nice hold by our Terran player. And let's see, what is he? Making a few more overseers. And looks like he's going to stick with his Roach Hydra. He is making a few Mutalisks right now. He got that Spire up. I totally missed out on that. Too much going on. I can't concentrate on the macro portion. And it looks like he's going to go and attack, stimming in. Widowmine does he get down? He gets burrowed to see how much damage he can do. He doesn't get any shot off from that. Obviously, spotted that by a mile away. And Roach Hydra repulsed that little force there. It just wasn't quite enough for our Terran player. Looks like he is overproducing on Widow Mines. Holy crap, I think there's like 20 Widow Mines there. The Zerg player comes in with his Roach Hydra. A few of those Widow Mines doing some damage right here. Nice little concave by the Terran player. Does a lot of damage to both sides of what Zerg had right there. A few of these SCVs coming in to attack as well. And this force is again repulsed for, I think, the third time now. Some more production, a little macro here, and looks like both sides are still macroing up at the same pace. It's just gonna keep going. I'm not sure how much longer from each side can go. So the guy, he's a brave little guy. 3-3 is complete for our Bio Terran over here. They can do a lot of damage now. Does he have... He's still stuck on 2-2. That means he's at a major disadvantage. Like I was saying before, if he gets a 3-3 and survive that final attack, he can come back and do a lot of damage right back at him. He needs to get some more medevacs here. Maybe do a little harassing over here. If they're just going to go head-to-head, Zerg might actually win this because, I mean, that's the way Zerg is built. It's just to create and, you know, throw away as much units as possible. I think a lot of people are going to judge me on that comment, but whatever. Looks like he's going to get a nice concave, but so many Widow Mines are dropped. It does a lot of damage to the side here. And that Planetary Fortress just takes so much damage, and he couldn't get it down. He repairs it just in time, and the Bioterran pushes it back once again. Let's see how many times I can say Bioterran in one cast here. Let's see what kind of economy going. He's got his 5th base right here. Looks like he's dropping a few Widow Mines. In case he ever decides to actually mine from this base, he's going to do some damage here. And drops a few more, and he's got no detection. He's got no queens. He's got nothing to actually really see this. That means he's going to be really, really annoying with these Widow Mines. And does he have an Overseer on the map here? Not yet. It looks like they were all destroyed. He's making 5 more in order to actually see what's going on. And he's not careful. He could lose all 5 of these. And this little guy, this brave little fucker. Looks like there's a small Zergling run-by over here. It's taking out a lot of these mules, or at least delaying a lot of mining time. A nice little pick-off here. And doing a little bit of damage. Nothing else other than that. So nice little pick-off for what it was. And looks like we're stagnated again here. I think if he moved these Widow Mines a little bit in a better position right here, at least keep his sides protected. We are 26 minutes in the game. We have definitely entered the late game, and I haven't really seen any late game units. Looks like we're still stuck in the mid game. Looks like our Terran player is going in. He's got a bunch of Widow Mines here. He can do a lot of damage if Zerg's kind of careful. He does dodge a little bit of it, but that's a lot of Terran right here. A lot of medevacs are healing behind it. He's pulling his drones to combat this, but that's not enough DPS. Loses his entire army, and GG Shosty just couldn't keep up with the production. His macro slipped, and he couldn't keep the Roaches or Hydralisks in production. He really needed to get some Ultralisks out of that. He was in the late game. He had a nice little bank he had going on, but nah, he couldn't tech up quick enough. And I have to give it to Lethologica. He did have a great macro ability to keep his economy going with 5 bases and keep his Bioforce just on the move. He didn't have a lot of vision, but he kept him alive. So that's, give where credit is due there. What the... Oh, must be a concussive shell. Ah, look at that. All right, well, that was fun to watch. It was a great game, and I look forward to casting some more games, possibly from you. And once again, please give me a nice critique here. Do not be shy. Just say, bro, you really suck at this, and you should never cast again. And I'll probably keep on casting and say, fuck you. But hey, whatever. That was fun. All right, I'll see you guys later.